watch that Eden had always vetoed it was nice different. But nice, the peace lasted exactly 17 hours. I woke up the next morning to my phone blowing up with notification texts from friends asking if I was okay DMS on Instagram from I barely knew asking what people I barely knew asking what happened, even an email from my old high school girlfriend saying she'd heard about the situation and was there if I needed to talk. Confused, I opened Facebook. And there, it was Eden had gone nuclear. A long post about how her husband of less than a month had abandoned her, tricked her into marriage under false pretenses, and built a spite house just to hurt her. Shed included a couple of pictures of the yellow monstrosity taken from the car. We first pulled up, making sure to capture it from the worst possible angles. The comment section was wild. Most of Eden's friends were sympathetic, calling me every name in the book. A few seemed skeptical, asking for more details, that Eden was conspicuously not providing. My mom had waded into the fray defending me, until my dad apparently made her stop engaging with that nonsense. I closed the app without commenting, let her have her social media moment. I had the truth, the evidence, and most importantly, my freedom. But Eden was done. Next came the text directly to me, alternating between angry demands that I fix this by giving her a proper settlement and tearful pleas saying she missed me and had made a terrible mistake. I blocked her number. Then she started showing up at my workplace, just happening to be driving by when I was arriving or leaving. Once she brought Jacob along. The ex had been planning to leave me, I guess to make me jealous. He looked uncomfortable, like he had. And up for this level of drama, I almost felt bad for the guy after a few days of this. I was getting pretty tired of the whole situation. My lawyer assured me the divorce was straightforward and would be finalized soon, since we had no real assets to divide and no kids. But Eden kept finding ways to drag things out, contesting every detail. What really changed the game was when Eden's friends started reaching out to me privately. At first, I ignored them, assuming they were just going to give me grief on her behalf. But then one of them, a woman named Haley, who'd been Eden's bridesmaid, sent me a long message saying she'd seen the real Eden and was surprised by what happened. Turns out Eden had pulled similar stunts with previous boyfriends, not the marriage part, but the using guys for their money. Status, and then discarding them. Haley or status. And then discarding them. Haley had watched it happen multiple times and had finally got fed up with Eden's games. She offered to make a statement to my lawyer if needed. Then another friend came forward, and another. Apparently, Eden had a whole history of this behavior that her carefully curated social media presence didn't show, and her relationship with Naomi wasn't the loving mother-daughter bond they portrayed. It was more like Naomi was the puppet master, Eden the willing puppet. I didn't want to turn this into some big public drama, so I just thanked them for their support and passed their contact info to my lawyer in case we needed character witnesses. But knowing I wasn't the only one who'd been fooled made me feel a little less stupid about the whole thing. The most surprising call came from Jacob, the ex-boyfriend. He reached out through a mutual acquaintance, wanting to meet for a beer. Curious despite myself, I agreed. We met at this dive bar on the edge town where neither Eden or Naomi would be caught on live. He looked nervous, kept checking the door like he expected them to burst in any moment. Said he wanted me to know he wasned in on their scheme, that Eden had reached out to him after our wedding claiming I was controlling, and she wanted out. He admitted they'd hooked up a couple times, but swore he didn't know she was planning to use me for a house. Said once he figured out what was really going on, he cut things off, but Eden would stop calling him. Now he was afraid she'd try to use him the same way. I don't know if I believe everything he said, but he seemed genuinely rattled. We ended up talking for a couple hours, comparing notes on Eden's manipulation tactics. By the end of the night,